everybody. It's a nice rainy tropical storm kind of day in Florida. So instead of grilling something outside, I'm gonna make potatoes. I'm gonna make twice baked potatoes in the air fryer with bacon, cheese, sour cream, and lots of butter. It's gonna be great. So let's get started. The first thing we're gonna do is cut up a few slices of bacon. Now, a trick that makes slicing bacon a lot easier is to put the bacon in the freezer for about 15 or 20 minutes before you start slicing it up. You don't want to freeze it, but the colder it is, the easier it is to slice. You also want to have a really sharp knife. If you check out my other videos, you'll see a video where I show you how to keep your knives good and sharp. And while you're doing that, you should probably go ahead and subscribe to my channel also. Even though I'm going to cook these potatoes in the air fryer, I'm going to start them out in the microwave. That just cuts the baking time in half. So before I put them in the microwave, I'm going to poke some holes in them with a fork. And what that does is it keeps them from exploding when they're in the microwave. Now I'm going to microwave this potato for 4 minutes. But if you just take a potato and stick it in the microwave for 4 minutes, what ends up happening is the bottom gets really thick and really tough, and it's just not very good. So I put it in for a minute, flip it over, run it for another minute, flip it over, run it for another minute. Do that for a total of 4 minutes. If you have more than one potato, you'd probably want to do a little bit longer, but I still recommend flipping it every minute. After 4 minutes, the potato is about halfway cooked, and I'm going to take it out and wrap it in aluminum foil and then put it in the air fryer. Now you can bake a potato without wrapping it in foil, but the reason that I'm wrapping this up is when you bake a potato that's unwrapped, most of the time the skin gets kind of crispy, which is great with a regular baked potato, but when you want to cut it in half to turn it into a twice baked potato, you don't really want a crispy skin. My air fryer is built into my Instant Pot. You may have a different type or a different brand, but they all pretty much work the same. All an air fryer is a convection oven that's made to sit on your countertop. They work exactly the same as a convection oven. You have heated air that blows around whatever the food is that you're cooking, and that super hot air will cause any fat that's in the food that you're making to crisp up. Now, in the case of a potato that doesn't have any fat added to it, it's just going to bake it like a regular oven would. Now, if you don't have an air fryer, you can do the exact same thing in an oven. Bake the potato for an hour at 400 degrees, but with that 4 minutes that we did in the microwave, we're going to cut our baking down from an hour to 30 minutes. Now it's time to cook that bacon that we cut up a little while ago. Once the bacon's done cooking, we're going to take it out of the skillet and let it drain on a paper towel. Next, we're going to cut up some green onions. Now, after I get rid of the ends and I get rid of the roots, I like to use the green part as a garnish, and the white part at the base I like to cut up and actually put into the food for the oniony flavor. Our potato is done baking, so let's take it out of the air fryer and get it unwrapped. Now we're going to cut about a third off of the top of the potato long ways. Now that the potato is baked, we're going to scoop the insides out and put it into this mixing bowl. When we do the top, we don't have to be all that careful because we're just going to throw this top skin away anyway. But when we're scooping the potato out of the bottom half, we're going to be really careful with it because we need to reuse this shell after we get the potato out. So we're just going to take little scoopfuls at a time, and we're going to leave probably a 1/4 inch or so of potato all the way around, just so that the skin doesn't fall apart. And this is what we want the potato skin to look like when we're done. Now it's time to make our filling. We're going to start with the potatoes that we scooped out. We're going to add some butter. Then we're going to add our bacon, the bottom part of the onions that we cut up. We're going to give it a stir. We're going to add just a little bit of milk. I would have preferred half and half, but I didn't have any. We're going to add some sour cream. And we're going to add some shredded cheese. And then we're going to mix the whole thing up. Now it's time to fill our potato skins. You have to be careful here though. We want to fill them until they're heaping full, but the potato skin is still very fragile. So if you mash it down too hard into the potato, the whole thing's going to come apart. There's always some filling left over when I'm done. So what I always do with that is just put it into some sort of an oven-safe bowl, and I bake that and eat it right along with the potato. Now I'm going to finish cooking the potato in the air fryer. For this, I'm turning the temperature down to 350. Should only take about 10 or 12 minutes and it'll be done. It's been right at 11 minutes and I think we're done. I squished it a little bit getting it out of the air fryer, but that's okay, we can put that back together. I think it probably would have been easier in an oven because I could have used a spatula to pick it up and that wouldn't have happened. Only thing left to do is add a little bit more sour cream, garnish it with some green onions, and we have created some potato goodness that is already making my mouth start to water. Thanks for watching my video. Please click the like and the subscribe button, and also please click the notification bell, and you'll be notified next time I make a video. Have a great day.